What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Horror Nights Unscripted, a podcast dedicated to all things Halloween Horror Nights related in an unscripted and unique way. My name is Scott from SoCalExploring.
I'm Michael from Hallowed Thrills.
I'm Adrian from LoshTV.
And we are Horror Nights Unscripted. That's right, we're back. Feels good, boys.
Been a while.
Last time I checked, it was like August 7th that we filmed one.
Jeez.
So that's
Has it really been that long?
Yeah. Well, to be fair, we're all kind of busy, you know. You're
I was
moving
moving.
to the parks. I was doing my
I was
workshop.
moving back down.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have an excuse.
Adrian was over here going out to the parks like nonstop. So we've all been busy, and also the fact that we haven't had any. Well, we've been doing a lot of planning, which we'll talk about right now, for our 4-part series. We're not going to give too much away. We'll give a little sneak peek, a little sneak peek of what's coming. Yeah, a little whatever that means. I don't know what that means. Okay. But make sure to check us out on our social medias. All that will be down below. Instagram, Twitter, King Losh Twitter, LoshTV Instagram, Hallowed Thrills on both Instagram and Twitter, SoCalExploring Media on Instagram, and SoCalExploring on Twitter. All that down below. Where can they find us on our YouTube channels? I know, I should have said. Okay. Where can they find us on our YouTube channels?
It's fine. You can find me at LoshTV on YouTube. That is youtube.com/C/LoshTV. You can find Scott over there at SoCalExploring. You can just type that in, it'll show up. And the same thing with Mike. Hallowed Thrills. Type that up. That beautiful man will be right there.
And y'all need to subscribe to everybody already, because Hallowed Thrills and LoshTV are putting out some banger content.
That's not all. I need Michael to do us one favor. Michael, where can they find our merch?
Ooh, we can find all our merch, all right? You can find SoCal Exploring merch and Horror Nights Unscripted merch over on Scott's TeePublic. You can find all of Adrian's merch down there for LoshTV, for his Horror Nights like comic book covers that he does, all over on his on LoshTV TeePublic, and then you can find my channel logo merchandise over on my TeePublic.
You already know. It'll all be in the description if you're watching the YouTube version. If you're listening to Spotify or Apple Podcasts, then make sure to come over to the YouTube version so you can check out some of those links. But we have a fun one. We have a general haunt update today for you guys regarding our virtual thoughts on the virtual HHN event that's potentially happening, the new tribute store rooms that just opened up, and we're going to talk about the small haunts going on in your area a little bit later on in this episode. But let's talk about how should we give a little sneak peek of this 4-part series. I mean, a lot of people are already doing it, but we're just kind of adding, we're really thinking this out.
So, one of us, I can't remember exactly who, came up with this idea to create something
It wasn't me.
unique, different, and fun. But it's been done by everyone, like Scott said.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure a lot of you guys are good at it, but are good at guessing at it, but we're just doing our own twist to it. So we're not gonna give too much away, but it's gonna involve our creative stances, based around Horror Nights, and it's gonna be a 4-part series. So we're planning this out, and more details will come out when part 1 comes out, which I don't know when it'll come out because they're still planning. Probably sometime next week. Potentially, I know we're all busy, so maybe next week. There's a lot of planning that goes into it, and a lot of graphic work that we're doing for it too, so it takes a while. But yeah, just be looking out for that. I'm sure we'll post it on social media and everything. It's gonna be a fun one though. I've never worked this hard on a podcast episodes, so I'm excited for it.
Same.
Yeah, that's it really. So we'll get into our first topic, which is virtual HHN thoughts. So Michael, why don't you tell us what we mean by virtual HHN?
So what Scott means by virtual HHN was over on Twitter, was about a week ago, right?
I think so.
Give or take a couple days. Both the Hollywood and Orlando Horror Nights Twitters put out a post regarding how HHN is forever, and that there will be hinting at more of a virtual quote unquote Comic-Con, not Comic-Con, virtual horror nights, that they'll be having just different types of things that you're used to seeing throughout Horror Nights that are normally at the parks, but in some kind of a different manner throughout the interwebs. I don't really know how else to explain it. I mean, they're having different things in the parks that would normally be there for just Halloween Horror Nights. And then they're also going to be doing other things, which have yet to be announced.
Man, Losh, break down your theory, because like I as soon as you brought up your theory to me, I instantly thought that was a brilliant idea.
Okay, so they've been using this hashtag HHN forever for everything. And I mean, both Twitter accounts used it. They used it when they dropped that Spotify playlist not
It
that long
seems like
ago.
the community's been catching on to it too.
So I feel as if, you guys remember that about a month ago, 2 months ago, they talked about a Peacock series that was going to come out about Halloween Horror Nights? I just have the feeling that this documentary series, whatever they're going to do, it's going to be called HHN Forever. And it's going to show us the event as it's gone on, all the process, past years, what's supposed to happen, what happened that got postponed, all that good stuff. So, yeah.
I mean, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. It makes too much sense. Something
So it
seems
doesn't make-
fishy.
It doesn't make sense.
See, the thing, because as soon as they said like through the phone screen and that little cryptic message and everything, and like they're gonna invade our phones and stuff like that, I feel like everybody already jumped to virtual live stream, something along the lines of what Midsummer Scream did over here, some type of virtual event, and that's what I've been speculating too, is some type of virtual event. But when Lost brings that up, that could also be a huge potential. And it could be interactive, because correct me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure the rumors were that it's an interactive thing when they were talking about the Peacock series.
I don't remember. It was a little while ago. I can't
Yeah,
remember.
it was more than 2 months ago.
It was
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think
Forget it.
somewhere around there I saw interactive that thrown around. So, but the words that stand out to me is them invading our phone screens, and then I believe it's somewhere along the lines like, if you have a phone, then you can do something, or I don't know the exact words, but that just leads me to believe that there's some type of interaction with it, at least, or it could just mean blatantly that they're doing a virtual event. I gave my thoughts on the virtual live stream, but I want to hear your guys' thoughts, because obviously the what everybody's talking about is like, interviews with the creative team, virtual walkthroughs, etc. So is there any other stuff that you guys haven't seen that you can think of for this, if it were to be a virtual live stream?
Maybe like one-on-one interviews with the icons outside of costume or in costume as well,
Oh.
just to give you that whole like feel that you're getting ready for Horror Nights, or like they're trying to get all the fans happy and excited about what's coming next year, in a way.
I could see them possibly doing like more in-depth looks at specific like parts of like older houses that they have done, like going more in depth than like you've ever seen them go in before. Where how they had the unmasking the horror tour, right? That's what that's called.
Yeah.
Well, what if they brought back the designers of some of the older original houses and were like, hey, break down this specific picture or this specific section of this house, and like each little detail that you can even pick out. That'd be really cool. Because I know for the Unmasking the Horror Tour, they do point out some things, but like it'd be really cool if they just went super detailed on
Pointing
it.
all the Easter eggs and such.
Yeah.
No, I can see them doing that. And I want to say this before. I think that whatever this is will cater heavily to Orlando fans more than Hollywood fans. I think that's a safe bet.
Yeah.
Only because Orlando's been releasing more.
Yeah, it's true.
And we don't really have like a backstory to go back on. Like, we don't have something. We never have that. Who was it that told me recently? Who was I talking to that said that? Oh, it was Gabe from Theme Park Duo when we were at Taste of Knots. He said like Hollywood doesn't have that nostalgia feeling like Orlando does. In Orlando there's always some form of a nostalgic thing there. In Hollywood there's no form of nostalgic thing, and the Terror Tram's gone, so there's no form of nostalgia there either. So I just feel like with looking back at the past and stuff like that, as far as making it into a kind of virtual live event and stuff like that, I feel like Orlando's going to succeed in this a little bit more, or it could be just cross coast, where they just do one big one for everybody instead of just one Orlando one and one Hollywood one.
They could also talk about the other coasts as well, like Singapore and Japan as well. I know Singapore is running their event.
Yeah.
But they could also be brought into this.
They could make an expandment of fans and demographic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I could see them showing off like and actually doing a virtual event of Singapore's event, like where they actually have someone walk through every house that is actually open at Singapore's event.
That would be cool because then you could give the fans something to look at, where they can enjoy a certain house that's put up, and it could potentially be an IP that was supposed to come this year, and they could show the fans, hey, look, this is what it looks like in Singapore, even though you can't be there, like this is how it looks.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's one of those ones that's just like it's a maybe.
Yeah, that's a far reach. That's a big reach.
Yeah,
but you never know.
Well, because I feel like
stranger things have happened.
Universal needs to. Well, they already are actually. Universal, what they need to keep up with is just doing more stuff for the diehards. And I feel like the Singapore thing would be a diehard thing. Because not a lot of us get to go over there. I mean,
give us a talk show ran by Jack the Clown. Where he just bring people in.
That'd be so cool. He has John Murdy on the show.
Today's guest, John Murdy. Boom.
It's like, John, right away I want to ask you, buddy, how many black walls do you paint a year?
That would be fantastic. Oh my god.
And then he just brings out a cotton ball.
Oh my god, could you just throws a wooden spoon at Murdy? I could see some type of comedical stuff, or certain segments done by Jack, like throughout the telethon or live stream or whatever it's going to be. I could see that happening, or different icons.
Yeah.
We could have a cameo by Hollywood Harry in there.
Sweet Licks?
Yes, Sweet Licks. Even though I doubt Sweet Licks would ever come.
He won't show up. He's done. Established.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I think that there's potential for a lot of stuff here, and if they were to do a live stream, then I think that there'd be plenty of stuff that they can work with, and I think that it'd be super, super dope. Any last thoughts on the virtual HHN that they're rumoring?
If it's not what I think, I could also see them doing something similar to the Legendary Truth, at least for Orlando, that they did back in 2013.
What is it?
Like an interactive app throughout the park. Regardless if it's not horror nights, they can plant Easter eggs or interactive games throughout the park. Think of I don't know if in Disneyland if you guys have Kingdom Keepers, the card game.
I don't think so.
Oh, Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom, something similar to that.
I just played that the other week.
Stuff like that.
So something like that, but at a Horror Nights aspect connected with your phone, because we have the interactive technology with the wands. So why not put it in someone's phone where you can just link to it?
Well, if you think of it, also I don't know for Orlando, but at least for Hollywood, they've been testing the app games for the past 2 years and trivia and stuff like that.
Here as well.
Okay, yeah. So it's the same thing. They have been playing around with apps and interaction, and I feel like Disneyland's already mastered that with the Play Disney Parks app. So I feel like they want to capitalize on that and use it for Horror Nights and just the normal daytime park too.
Yeah, I could see them still rolling out the interactive aspect of the app that was supposed to happen this year. Because there was what?
Or the Terror Trivia, or just the app in general?
Just the app in general, because there supposed to be a whole big interactive section with Jack.
Oh, that was the rumor by
that was the rumor.
Theme park. What was it?
University.
Theme park University.
Yeah.
And they had seemed to be pretty sourceful information. It was supposed to be he was predicting how they're going to handle COVID this year, and Jack takes you to certain scare zones / mazes at a certain time.
Yeah, I could see them still trying to do the sections of that interactive experience that they can do without giving stuff away for next year.
I think the app is a safe bet too. now that Adrian brings it up, I think they could work, but like you said, it'd work more in Orlando, really, unless they open up Universal Studios Hollywood sometime soon, which seems to be going the right way. But then again, we still don't have a date, nor do we have the approval from the governor. So we'll just have to wait and see.
Didn't they say that they can send in the approvals after they got removed off the watch list?
Yeah. So as far as what I know, as soon as they were put on the watch list, it completely devalidated like it devalidated the plans to open up the theme parks. And since OC's taken off of it, Orange County, Disneyland could technically submit their plans to reopen again, but Hollywood cannot because they're still on the watch list, from what I know.
Okay.
So, but yeah, hopefully, OC is a big place of. There's lots of people there that don't like to wear their mask, and so it's a big city or a big county to get taken off the watch list for sure.
True.
So hopefully it's a step in the right direction.
Speaking about not wearing masks and kind of relating to a haunt that still is planned to go on this year, have you guys heard stuff about what's going on over at Busch Gardens?
What about it?
And how literally no one is wearing masks over there, and they're not enforcing it at all.
Okay, we'll save that for the end, because I want to talk about that.
We're gonna talk about that.
Yeah, for sure. So we'll move on to the elephant in the room, not the beetle in the room, the elephant in the room, which is the 2 other secret rooms in the tribute store have officially opened up. Now, I haven't experienced them firsthand. You 2 men have. So give me your genuine thoughts on both of them and break it down what they are.
Listen, I just want to say one word, and then Michael can say everything he wants. Piano. Continue. Go ahead.
Piano. That piano is really cool. I will give you that. That is a really cool piano.
So me and that piano have a backstory. That's the only reason I love that piano.
What did you do with the piano?
So 2 years ago, that piano was. Do you know the Bourne store?
The Bourne store. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that piano used to be in there before they gutted it for the Bourne
Spectacular.
Yeah. After that, they moved it to the tribute store for Mardi Gras. And then they moved to this tribute store. But I always play the piano when I'm bored. Like, that was my thing. I'd always go and just play for a bit. So now I saw it there, and I was like, I wonder if it still works. And my girlfriend was insisting that I do not touch it.
But you touched it.
Because of COVID. But I touched it. And it still works.
Did you sanitize after?
Yes.
Okay,
and
good,
before. Because, no. But yeah, I felt like a little kid.
So funny.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Ooh, actually, did you end up trying anything in the second room? Any of the new treats that they have?
I wanted to, but nothing was appealing to me.
See, I tried the one thing that everyone was like, "Ooh, you have to try this. It's really good," and that was the vegan Oreo brownie.
Oh my god, everyone was saying that was so good, even team members.
See, I mean, if someone gave that to me and was like, "Here's a brownie," and didn't say that it was vegan, I would never know.
Oreos are vegan regardless.
Are they?
Yeah, but the brownies aren't, because brownies have eggs in them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, never mind.
But so I was like, so I wouldn't have known like if someone just gave that to me. But the only issue that I have is that it was extremely sickeningly sweet.
Okay.
Like you would have had to split that with somebody to actually be able to enjoy it. I had it all to myself, and I was just like, towards the last quarter of it, I was like, oh, this is a bit much. Yeah, but the other stuff though that was in there, I still do not understand how those gummy hearts are beating, man.
Oh my god, those look so cool.
I don't understand it.
I didn't get one off the table, but do they still beat when they're off the table?
No.
Okay, so there has to be a pulsating thing underneath that table.
I
that
think
allows them to beat.
I think that there's some. I think there's something that has to do with like. I think there's like holes in the gummies or something. Because I feel like there's holes in the table that like suck air and push air out. I don't know. I don't know how
Universal
it works.
knows.
It's piano activated.
Just the piano sets it off.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so you only tried one thing, right, Michael?
I only tried one thing because
And then
your boys broke.
and then Adrian, you didn't try anything.
Hey, I had pizza fries outside of there, but that's about it.
I also had pizza fries.
So when I go down there, then we buy every single item, right?
What?
And we try them all together. We don't buy
What?
one of each. We don't buy like
We all individually get one item.
no
Like, we all
no
buy
no
them.
no 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 no. I'm saying we got all the stuff, but we don't like buy duplicates, right?
We cut it in 3.
Yeah, there you go. Yes, that is a good explanation. I'm
There
not
we
saying we spend freaking $200 on.
Okay,
I
no.
will say the next thing that I kind of want to try is that was it the bacon cheddar waffle?
Bacon cheddar waffle.
What?
Yes, it's a bacon cheddar like chive waffle.
The heck?
I don't understand it, but it sounds good. Anything with bacon sounds good.
That makes sense.
That's true.
But as far as the detail goes from the Beetlejuice room, because the food option room is themed to like an attic, right?
The attic room
Uh-huh.
is basically a bunch of Easter eggs, and I wish I can sit in there and just pick everything one by one and just look at it, but I can't because when I went in there, they told us we had to go. You can either go to the counter or you can go straight to the other room. They didn't say we can stay in that room and just hang out.
Oh, really? You can't just stand in there?
Yeah.
Oh, because it's kind of formed like a line, huh?
Mhm.
Yeah, it's a very small room, so they can only allow so many people in there at a time.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, I tried to stay in there as long as I possibly could and tried to like look around, but I'm like, I really hope someone comes out with like a list of stuff that's in there that I can like point out and be like, oh yeah, that's from that, that's from that. Like I don't have the brain capacity to be like, oh yeah, I remember that from like 3 years ago.
Yeah, I'm a
That was that
diehard
little
fan, but
detail
there's some
in that
stuff.
that part of the house.
Well, because like I recognize some Easter eggs like that are obvious, but then there's a really small Easter eggs that I'm just like I wouldn't realize it until someone points it out to me. So, like the whole Mickey's Not So Scary getting canceled thing, I would never realize that unless somebody posted about it.
I loved it. I love that.
Ooh, the coolest detail that I did see in the in between hallway, which not a lot of people pointed out, which kind of was weird to me, is that at the very end of the hallway, it has 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, and 2019's like front of their brochures, like from the maps. And then the next one next to it should have been 2020, but there's like a ripped piece of paper there
Really?
on the wall where
Damn.
it literally is like they ripped the brochure straight off the wall.
So everyone was posting that Bloody Mary wasn't on, right?
Yeah.
I was so upset that the Crypt Keeper didn't get his pamphlet on there in '95. You got the Bates Motel, but you didn't get the Crypt Keeper.
Yeah. I thought I saw him somewhere in there though. I thought I
might be
saw
on
a
a-
picture.
He might be on a picture, but he's not on his pamphlet.
Maybe it
Yeah.
has to do with rights, because isn't Crypt Keeper not like?
Yeah, it's the Tales from the Crypt.
Yeah, but isn't it? It's not a part of Universal's like.
No, they don't know.
Just like how Beetlejuice belongs to Warner Brothers, but somehow we got away with it.
Yeah, exactly. Because we're Universal.
Could you imagine if next year they're just like, JK, you lost your chance. You're not getting Beetlejuice. I would absolutely hate Warner Brothers.
It'll be the biggest tease ever because like that room is beautiful.
I'm pretty sure there'd be HHN fans like outside of Warner Brothers Studios, like, what the hell?
It'll look like the end of Frankenstein out there.
Right? Or the front of our Universal Monsters maze. Okay, but what is the coolest effect in the Beetlejuice room that you guys thought individually? Like or the coolest set, whatever it is that you thought was the coolest in there.
I mean, come on, the tombstone, man.
Really?
The tombstone with the sign right next to it.
See, I have
literally
my,
like
I have my opinion.
it's literally like they pulled it straight out of the movie because you see like the different layers of the foam,
Yeah.
like when they dug down in the diorama. Like that's such a cool like detail that you wouldn't really think about.
Well, it's a good photo op too.
Yeah, it is.
I was happy to see Dante's. I thought Dante was amazing.
At least some form of Dante's.
Yeah. I'm like, it looks really nice. Don't get me wrong. And the music they're playing is actually like the music that's playing when he's there. So I'm like,
Yeah.
this is
See,
beautiful.
mine from the pictures and the videos is a snake. Just because that shadow sells me. Like the shadow of it. I love that detail in her freaking room, like in a store. Like, imagine what the house/maze would have been. It would have been insane.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully, its Stoke is coming next year to where it's that amazing. But I mean,
Moving
if
to
the tribute
South
store
Beach.
looks like that, then the experience is going to be undoubtedly amazing.
Yeah.
You know what's funny
Oh,
though is go ahead, Michael.
I was gonna point out one of the details that was in that room, and to see if Losh knew what it was. Someone pointed it out, and then I pointed out in my video was the numbers that were over the cash registers. It was a date, but I don't know what it's for.
I don't know. I was looking at it and I was trying to figure it out. It's 1991. I don't know what happened that day. I don't know if it's someone's birthday. I don't know if it's just a number, because sometimes they like to do that shit where it's just a number. Because it's 12/17/91, right?
Yeah,
No idea. 91's the year that the event started.
yeah. Someone pointed that out and was like, "Yeah, it's a date," but I'm like, "Okay, you gonna elaborate further on that date of what?" It's just a
Like
date.
I could have definitely seen them going like 10/25/91, but I don't think that number really looks nice like altogether.
Yeah.
That's probably why they didn't do that. But yeah, I don't think the numbers would have correlated nice looking like that.
Yeah. Although I do like the registers, how they're exactly like the
The waiting room, well, the
the
reception
waiting.
area.
Yeah.
I thought that was a really cool touch to it.
I'm happy that they moved the original checkout to like over there, because like now that's a beautiful photo op with
Mhm.
all the pumpkins behind you, and you can finally get a nice picture in front of.
Oh
Ozzo.
yeah, I was wondering how you take a picture in front of that because from what I saw, the pictures, the registers were in front of him.
Yeah, they're gone now.
That's good then. So did they? Well, I'm sure they do make you wait to get into each room, but like, does now everyone just pay at the Beetlejuice one, or like, how does that work?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's only registers are at the end of the Beetlejuice room, and then pretty much, to get like, there's certain like items that you can only get at the register. So
Uh-huh.
like the artist signature poster, you had to tell them that you wanted one at the register,
Dude,
and they would get you one of those.
That I need that so badly. Like, I don't know when I'm gonna order it, but I'll order it soon. $30 for that big of a print.
Yeah.
And I saw someone posted like that they framed it. Oh my god, it looks so good.
I'd get it, but I have no space for that anywhere.
I feel that.
Yeah,
I
mean,
really do.
I'm slowly running out of space.
I'll wait for an icon that I really want on it.
Like, I had to make sure to
Like
get,
the
get space for
director.
this Beetlejuice
Like
sign.
the Usher
Director.
together.
Sure.
Director is an underrated icon. Just
Not
gonna
really.
point that
Director
out.
is
He's been used at almost every event.
the director is favorite icon.
He's
He's
underrated.
Because
he's definitely in my top 10. Yeah, for
He's
sure.
my favorite. Everyone says Jack's my favorite.
In your top 10. Hmm.
Yeah, name 10 other icons. Well, name your 10.
All right, so we got Hollywood Harry, we got Sweet Legs.
Doesn't count.
Adrian's like number 1, Fear.
Oh.
Number 2, Lady Luck.
Lady Luck, I feel like Lady Luck gets a bad rep.
Number
bro.
3, Cindy.
Whoa.
Whoa. Whoa.
Put Cindy higher on this list. Come on.
Yeah. I mean, you know what?
Cindy doesn't even have her own event.
I
She
know.
was supposed to.
She got scrapped from her own event.
Yeah, because child abductions. Is the world. Same with Eddie. She got scrapped with Eddie.
I'm gonna
Give
say
them
this.
their own
Though.
event together.
I'm gonna say this, and I've said
Sure.
this many times. Right? Is I am getting kind of bored of the same design, just differently laid out for the icon merch.
I agree with that 100%.
I'm just waiting for them to reveal their own, like each icon's own individual shirt.
I'm waiting. I thought that would be one of the first designs that we'd see.
I need that in my life.
All I'm saying is, Universal, I know you're watching. You have a whole year to get the license for this. Get the license for Bloody Mary for next year's event.
Is that really why she's not like up there?
Yeah.
Even though it's an original story and everything, like it's an original take on the character, they can't use the term like the name Bloody Mary. No, they can use Bloody Mary. They can't use Doctor. What's her name? Doctor Ange. Fuck.
I can't remember.
The doctor's name.
The Doctor Agana or
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
they're allowed to use
so.
that. It's something like that. It's complicated.
That's dumb. That's pretty stupid. You know what's interesting to me is how much. I want to know because obviously they had to be adding some stuff to the Beetlejuice room. I want to know how much they would actually have inside the Beetlejuice tribute room if the event did go on and they had the house. Like, would there be as much of that, like that much stuff in there?
Oh yeah. No, I feel like they would have more in there.
You think so?
Wait. Is this a COVID-free world?
Yeah.
Yeah, they'd have more stuff in there.
Okay.
There'd be more props and stuff.
I thought we were talking about like in a COVID world. No.
Because it does look really spread out in there.
Yeah, I mean, there'd be a lot more stuff just throughout the store in general. Like, there'd be a whole bunch more props throughout the store, I'm sure.
The attic room wouldn't be the attic room. I'm pretty sure.
What would it be?
The attic room, I don't think it would have been the attic room. I'm pretty sure that was supposed to be the Haunting of Hill House.
Well, that's a really tiny room, though. I don't think that was going to be used at all.
No.
I mean,
I feel like it probably was supposed to be something related to... No, I feel like it definitely was the... No. I was thinking maybe the mannequin original, because there's a bunch of mannequins all over that room.
Okay, wait. Now that you say that, so you know that house that's there? People are saying that was like supposed to be like the facade for Beetlejuice.
No, it doesn't look anything like the house.
Wait, what house is where?
That shit made me fume. Hold on, I'll send you a picture of it. I took a picture.
It looks nothing like it. The second people started saying that, I was like, what? It does not look like it
I'll
at
be
all.
the judge of it.
I took a nice little picture of it.
It looks more
that?
like the Myers house than it does with Beetlejuice's house.
Yeah.
It looks more like the Myers house than the Maitland's house.
And this was
who Michael Myers coming back for HHN 30? Yes, we'd love to see it. Blumhouse presents Halloween 2018. Come on, please.
Taste. Hint. 4-part series. Anyways.
Bless. I
Come
need it
on,
in my life.
HHN fans. Really? You thought this was going to be the facade?
It's not even the Maitland's house.
Now with what Michael was saying, it could have been the facade for the mannequin house.
This is not. No.
But the mannequin house is supposed to be mannequin theater, though.
But
so.
if you look on all the speculation, it was supposed to be an earthquake that took place in where this theater was. So you could be going into a house, San Francisco. You could be going into this house that is a San Francisco house, and then you walk into the theater.
True.
Well, then why wouldn't it be a skinny Victorian style? Well, this is a Victorian style house, I guess.
Huh?
Or maybe it has something to do with Tooth Fairy. Oh, honestly, we're just closing our eyes and just throwing darts at the dartboard.
You know what? Like, maybe, just maybe, it was the Stranger Things 3 facade.
No. No.
Honestly, that really looks like Hawkins' lab. Don't you think?
If anything, it looks like the Sawyer residence.
Oh yeah, definitely. I don't know. I want to pick out lots of Easter eggs in there, but like I said, I want a list of that tribute store Easter egg so we can go in there and be like, yeah, look, I know where that's from now that I looked at the list.
Opening day, I just took so many pictures of everything in that second room.
I know you got so many damn pictures on opening day of the first one.
And I was like, all right, cool. This is an Easter egg. This is an Easter egg. This is an Easter egg. I couldn't do that then. Like, couldn't do that now because there's so many people in there.
Yeah.
It's impossible.
Yeah, there's a few Easter eggs that I know of that I'm like, yeah, I can point that out, but there's just so many in that room that I have no idea about.
What I would have liked is if they themed it to the carnival style of Beetlejuice, where he's coming out of the board. I would have liked that they did that theme more than what they did now, or they just added some aspect to it.
I would have liked the Hornets Unscripted sticker somewhere.
Yeah, just somewhere plastered on there.
And if you guys want to get one of those, TeePublic.
Shameless plug.
Shameless plug.
Also, I'm going to call you out, Chris, and whoever else says this. It does not look like a Hot Topic shirt. Stop saying that.
It doesn't. Hold on. I'll go grab it. I'll go grab the shirt.
I can see what they're saying about it. Kind of does look like it's something that you'd see at Hot Topic, but this looks like an HHN shirt to me.
I'm confused. What do you?
So our good friend Zombie Chris says that looks like a Hot Topic style shirt.
You know, now that you say it.
This looks like a Hot Topic shirt. I feel like it's basically describing the house. Okay, and now that we're here, you see this house right here? This is the Maitland house. That is all.
God. Well, see, I feel like some people don't like this shirt because they made him look more demonic and didn't do his classic look. Which, to be fair, yeah, that's true. It's not the classic look, but at the same time, it's a horror event, so they needed to make him more scary, you know? And
man, what do you think they're going to do when they put Barney in the house? Come on.
That begs the question, in the house, do you think we're going to see that demonic version of it, or do you think that we would have seen that demonic version of it, or do you think it'll be the original one? Both?
Yeah, definitely both.
Okay. I feel like it would have escalated to that.
Because that'd be scary. That'd be scary as hell seeing the way that they designed that. That'd be scary as hell seeing him jump out at us like that.
Yeah.
Because I mean, we already have the daytime walk around Beetlejuice, so like, why would they just put him inside the maze?
We love that guy.
Yeah, we do.
Everything.
I mean, all I know is that the thing I'm looking forward to most for that house, if it stays around for next year, is I'm looking forward to dancing football players on the stairs as Jump in the Line is playing.
My God. That would be
I
great.
am looking forward to it.
Yeah,
They better be there, and if they're not, Universal's going to feel my wrath.
I'm looking for the dinner scene. I'm looking forward to the dinner scene.
Oh
I feel like this is going to be so much fun.
The Deo scene?
Yeah, that's going to be so much fun.
I can see that being like a wide room and you have to walk around the table.
Yeah, and then like the music, like just a record scratches and Beetlejuice comes out. We're creating the Beetlejuice maze / house. Just saying, Universal, you should take some of our recommendations.
Look at us. Here it is, ready? Just a giant sandworm around the whole house. You walk, the facade is the mouth of the sandworm. So it's kind of like, you know that SpongeBob episode with the Alaskan bullworm?
Yeah.
That's the facade.
Could you imagine?
Oh my God.
Oh my God. I just thought of something.
What?
For our series. That Losh says that.
Wait. Does it involve something green?
No, I'm talking about SpongeBob.
Wait, I'm confused. What are we?
I'll talk to you guys about it after. Any last minute thoughts on the tribute store stuff?
Chef's kiss.
Chef's kiss. All right, so let's move on to non-HHN related stuff. I think some of you Haunt fans are happy about since we're giving information on these. We'll talk about Morrow's, then we'll move into Hollow Scream, whatever Michael has to say about Hollow Scream, and then we'll talk about the Stranger Things thing, because I'm going to make a whole separate video for Scream and Stream, so I'll touch up on that on a separate video. So we'll talk about Morrow's, Hollow Scream, and the Stranger Things drive-thru experience. So go ahead, start us off with Morrow's. Losh, what are the new stuff?
So I actually have a video coming out on Friday about Morrow's, where I have one of the creative directors for the.
Was it Misfits?
Yeah, the Misfits. He has a whole segment on the episode.
That's sick.
So I think it's gonna be we've been hyping this event up since it got announced. Not since it got announced, but since we started.
They've been doing a good job at marketing.
It's amazing. Like, I want to be a scare actor for a day. So if you guys are listening, Morrow's, I'd be a scare actor for one day. I want to scare some people.
Let me and Losh do it. I want to help out.
Ooh.
And I'll film.
You don't have to pay us. We just want to have fun.
Yeah. I will do it. I'll do it for free.
If you guys have go-go dancers, let me be one.
All three of us. Nothing but a bikini and a mask. Wear a mask.
A brokini.
Oh my God, I saw those. The Barstool.
Oh
no.
my god.
Okay, but what are the last two experiences that or was it last
So,
three?
They have six. No, they have a total of 6 experiences. One of them is the Snap and Scream.
Mm-hmm.
But we've talked about, I think, almost all of them.
I think the last two we didn't talk
We
about.
didn't
Yeah.
talk about the latest one, and then what was the one before it? We talked about clowning around. We talked about the dark.
No,
we
I
didn't
don't
talk
think we
about
talked
clowning
about. No, it was clowning
talked-
around and then.
We talked
No.
about the dark.
It was the vampire one.
Yeah, we talked about
and
the dark.
Yeah.
Did we talk about Focal Point?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so
I
it's
don't think we talked about clowning around or the last one.
Yeah.
The one they
Clowning Around
just
was like one of
announced.
the first things that came out. Was it not?
Was it?
I don't think that we talked about it though. I'm pretty sure we didn't talk about clowning around.
Sorry, guys, this is why we're unscripted.
Spider clowns.
Spider clowns.
Yes,
Yeah.
I never, because I remember Demaros tweeting about that, but I don't remember us talking about it.
I just typed in Hallowed Thrills instead of Morrows. So there you go, guys.
Okay, so we'll talk about clowning around and the most recent one that they announced.
Spider clowns.
Spider. So
I'm still interested in seeing what that is, man.
Yeah. It's like
okay,
Pennywise.
so you want me to read it here?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm dyslexic, guys, so I apologize. And here we go. Step right up. Taylor's Funhouse of Fun is back in town. Journey through the red and white stripes and immerse yourself in all the fun that only clowns can provide. You never know where they may come from. You never know where they'll go. They'll always get the last laugh because this is their show. Shut up, Siri.
Because this
Shut up,
is
Siri.
Cotton Eye Joe.
Where
Where do they come from? Where do they go? Where do they come from?
Clowning
Gotcha.
around.
I'm square dancing, but no one sees it.
So what's the newest one about then?
The newest is the thing that I'm possibly most excited for. You want to read it? You want to go for it? Go
No,
ahead.
no. I was gonna say something about it real quick. This is the one. Ever since I read this when they announced it during, what was it?
Haunt
Was
Scene?
it Was it Haunt Scene?
Haunt Scene. Shout out to Haunt Scene. Real talk. Mad respect to Haunt Scene. I just want to say rip Cody because if you guys didn't know, Johnny's dog just passed away.
Ah, shit.
Johnny loved that dog, and so Haunt Scene. I'm not sure if you're watching or not, but
Our
you guys
hearts
are
go
great.
out to
You're doing
you.
great. Keep doing great things. We love
Yeah.
you.
But when this was like announced during their whole big live event that they did, I was like, oh, this is automatically tops of my list for them because I absolutely love this whole entire theme because it goes along with my top #1 HHN house of all time. Because I absolutely love this
Water?
theme in general. The Bayou.
Dead Waters.
Yes. Absolutely love Dead Waters. Dead Waters is my #1 house, man.
Beautiful facade. Beautiful.
Yes, it is. But anyways,
Stitch
On-
Nightmares, The Witch's Swamp is the name of the final haunted attraction here. Sorry. Enter a dilapidated witch's realm where legend has it swamp creatures have been spliced together to create monstrous living voodoo doll. I don't think that's grammatically correct. Voodoo doll deep in the swamp waters. Find yourself immersed in gut-wrenching seances. I told you guys I can't read. Where souls are harvested into nightmares. Discover the truth or become part of the legend.
Now the thing that I like about this is I love haunt stuff to theme to witches and voodoo, and the fact that it's in a swamp, so it's kind of fits the Florida theme, right?
Oh, you think because Florida, you just think of a swamp.
Yep, that's exactly what I think.
think of swamps and gators
And
that what you think
hurricanes and
about?
people not wearing
And
their
ogres?
mask.
and ogres.
And you think we have layers.
Oh, goose.
Ogres are like onions. They have layers. They got hoodoo. They got voodoo. They got
And I got friends on the
on
other
the other side. He's got friends
on the other side.
Ghostly swoosh.
Swoosh. All right. Well, give me your thoughts on this one, Losh.
I am beyond excited. When just like Michael said, when I saw this on Haunt Scene, I was like, "Yo, this is amazing." They started talking about the laser light, like laser. What is it called? They had it at that
The laser effect where it's like you're walking
Dark
through.
Horizon. They had it at Dark Horizon. It's usually used in California a lot more.
Yeah, it is. It's used
Like,
in one of our scary farm mazes too.
yeah, it's like it
Where
looks
it's
like
like it
laser
goes,
fuel.
where it goes over like the fog on the
And you
ground.
can't see it, and it makes that cool
Yeah.
effect.
Like, it's usually like waist high.
Yeah, I love those
Yeah.
effects. No, like I will never get tired of that effect.
It's beautiful. I was like, wow. The first time I saw that one on the Dark Horizon, I was like, this is a great effect. True story.
I feel like I'm most excited about the clowning around one, and then this one second.
I feel like the reason I'm so excited for this one, like for this just haunt in general, over everything, is because this is an actual like walkthrough haunt.
Yeah,
I feel like that's why I'm so more excited for it than the drive-through
well,
ones
because
that have been
everyone's
coming
doing
out.
drive-through ones now.
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, is like really what you can only do. But I feel like Morrow's is they're really trying their best to give haunt fans something that is going to be at least unique to this year. You know?
So the only thing is, there will be waits
Yeah,
because they're gonna have to sanitize between each party.
yeah, that's true.
But just go and have fun.
And
Wear
get
a mask.
Express.
What? I don't
Yeah.
think they're doing Express.
They aren't? Oh, well. Maybe once they see the crowds, they'll do Express.
Maybe.
I'm excited too for the one that's in pitch darkness. The one thing I like about this haunt is they're bringing, yeah, they're all walkthrough experiences, but they're bringing completely different things to all of them.
Yeah. And if you look at it, they kind of escalate with each thing that got announced.
They all have
It's
stories.
not-
They have stories.
It sounded
to
like
them.
they got better and more immersive.
Mm-hmm.
So.
No, I think Mars is doing a great job, and from the
I
behind
think
the
I'm
scenes
most excited for
pictures-
the pumpkin patch. I just want to go get a
Oh
pumpkin.
yeah, I want to get the pumpkin patch too. I'm gonna have to look at my scheduled dates and see, because I want to get down to Morrow's and I want to get out to Scream and Stream. Like those are the two that I want to do for sure.
Yeah.
But obviously we
So-
can't do them on
So
the
if we go to
same night.
Morrow's, right?
Uh-huh.
Hear me out. We can go to Busch Gardens.
I'm not going to Busch Gardens. Screw that.
It's cheap. It's cheap.
And we'll talk.
Yeah.
All right, let's transition into the Hollow Scream topic, Michael.
There we go. There we go. That's what I was trying to get at. There we go.
Right. We're off to the races now. Yeah,
Oh,
it's been pointed out by so many different people who have gone to Busch Gardens over the past like couple weeks that there has been little to no following of the protocols when it comes to masks at Busch Gardens, and they literally have not started, like they haven't been enforcing anything when it comes to it. And people are like, well, this event was good while it lasted. It's not going to last that long.
I want to put in 2 cents. So when I went to Busch Gardens, it looked like no one cared. Like the employees didn't care as much, but a lot of people were following the guidelines themselves. So I'm wondering if it's still employees or if it's just
Could
the
be.
people being ignorant.
Could be the
Like-
employees, because
Right.
even though like the employee, it's not their jobs to be the mask police, but still you still have to encourage it because they're on your property.
Yeah.
You got to keep everybody safe because that's a part of your job. That's one of the big things that I've mentioned all the time is like, yes, you can make the argument that it's not your job to enforce mask policies as a normal employee, like a retail employee or like an associate, like a ride associate, but it's your job to keep the guest and other coworkers safe. So part of that is making sure that everyone wears their mask and social distance. So there's that gray area right there that I just broke. So you're welcome, Busch Gardens employees. Coming from a fellow theme park environment employee.
I hate being a mask police.
Okay, well, okay, Michael. From what you've seen, do you think that it's gonna be worse or better at Hello Scream?
In terms of like
COVID
people
regulations.
following it,
Yeah.
I mean, probably about the same, to be honest. Well, no, it might be better. I'm gonna be honest,
I'm gonna say it's
because it's gonna be better because people are actually gonna tend to follow it more because it's at the event. People are more. How I
It's
gotta think of a
more
way to
of
put
the
this.
community going to the event, and the community knows. I don't know if that's
No,
right
I
yet,
feel
but-
like so the reason that people have been taking off their masks, from what I've seen, are on rides specifically. People have been taking their masks off a lot on roller coasters and rides. But at like an event like this, where a lot of the things are happening in the streets, you'll feel more obligated to keep your mask on in close quarters with a lot of people in just regular old walkways instead of in rides.
The one thing I want to know what's going to work is how are they going to do fiends? Because they said it's going to be outdoors, but they don't want to do things that create crowds. That's going to create a huge crowd regardless.
And being outdoors, yeah, for sure.
So I want to know how
I know from like pictures and stuff that show's pretty popular, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's your comedical show, kind of.
Yeah, exactly. Like I compared it to Bill and Ted.
Yeah.
It's not just like Bill and Ted, but it's a comedy show.
Well, I feel like, see, my reasoning why I think it's going to be better is because I feel like the haunt community is more respectable to mask wearing and stuff, just because they already know, like, oh, for these haunts to happen, there's going to need to be regulations. Now, the general public going into Howl-O-Scream probably won't follow the regulations, but I feel like us as a haunt community are doing pretty good at it.
Here's the thing. Kids don't have horror nights to go to this year.
True.
So.
But think of how many kids are their parents are gonna allow them to go all the way down to Tampa.
That's true as well.
I don't even know if I want to go all the way out to frickin' Tampa.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want to go to Howl-O-Scream. I'm just going for Morrow's. I don't care if you guys buy my ticket. I'm just going to Morrow's. I do not want to put myself through that hell of Howl-O-Scream.
Long drive, man.
Yeah, Adrian, I hope you know you're driving us. I'll drive back with like California license.
I'm just gonna be like, you'll say Uber.
You can't use that as an excuse. I have a Pennsylvania license. Get out of here.
That's true. Fair enough.
Get out of here.
We'll all take turns. Every 10 minutes we switch. For an hour and a half drive without traffic.
Chinese fire drill right in the middle of I-4.
You won't. No.
It's like I'll be like, Michael, okay, I'm putting on the brake a little bit right now. I'm gonna get out.
Let him on the gas. Let him on the gas. And switch.
I'm gonna just push it to 80, and then I'm gonna let go of it, and then just like get out and run around.
He's gonna hope Jesus takes the wheel.
Oh, it won't be Jesus taking the wheel. It'll be one of us taking the wheel. In our last topic for today, Stranger Things drive-thru experience. This is something that you guys aren't gonna get to experience this year. But it's something that I don't even know if I'm gonna get to experience this year. So here's the thing, right? Pre-sale tickets went out today as we're filming this, and for 2 people in 1 car, it's $89. Now, I emailed them for media, and for you guys who don't know, with the media events and such, basically they have bloggers like myself out to film their event and coverage for like a media night, right? But I don't know all the information. They contacted me back, but they said the media night is still to be determined. So here's the thing, right? Is I don't know if I want to buy the tickets and risk it for waiting for that email back, or just to wait, because even if there's no media night, I want to check it out, but $90 for just 2 people, I feel like it's a little bit too much. Especially for a new drive-thru experience. Now I get it. Like, this is done by Netflix, right? This is done by their company. This is an outside company doing a Stranger Things experience. This is done by Netflix. But I don't know. I don't want to pay $90. I just think that's a little too much. I mean, look at the Urban Legends. Obviously, it's not on the same level. The Urban Legends, they're charging $45 for as many people as you want in 1 car. And it's a 45-minute experience.
If it were up to me, that Urban Legends one sounds so much more interesting than the Stranger Things.
We don't know nothing about the Stranger Things,
Exactly. Like, what are they going to show us? The show itself? Me personally, I prefer an original story where they kind of display the show in front of you. We already know what's going to happen in Stranger Things.
Yeah.
We've done it. We've seen how we've walked through mazes or houses. Why charge people $90 for 2 people, $40 a person, when there's other haunts charging people $45 for 1 car with like as many people as you want in it?
Exactly. And the fact is, like I said, it's a drive-thru experience. This is new. There's never been a drive-thru haunt done before besides this year. So it could be really, really bad, or it could be in the middle, but I don't think that it's going to be, at least from a detail standpoint, it's not going to be as huge a success as I think it will be. From a business standpoint, yes, it's going to be a success, because Stranger Things is one of those things that attaches to everybody, that the general public's like, I want to go see it because it's Stranger Things related, and especially putting it in the heart of Los Angeles, downtown LA.
Oh, wow.
So, It's gonna be insane. I I don't know. I really want to go to it, but the $90 is a lot of money, and who's to say I'm gonna like it? I'll enjoy it probably either way, but who's to say I'm gonna be like, was that really worth my money? When there's other haunts that I can go to, I can go to
Mhm.
LA Honda Hayride twice for that price. Is there anything that you guys would be looking forward to for the Stranger Things drive-thru experience if you were able to experience it?
Just to see with a much larger budget that Netflix could have for
Hmm.
this type of event, just to see the amount of detail that they would put into a drive-through haunt to make it like a normal walkthrough. Because like the difference between a walkthrough and a drive-through is that you actually are close to stuff and you can actually like look at stuff close and be like, oh, that's some really nice detail. You have to like you to make stuff look really nice for a drive-through, you're gonna have to blow up that detail like really big for people to be able to like point stuff out. And I
Especially,
just
I don't know where they're gonna put this in downtown LA because it's all like buildings there and everything. I don't know where they have the space to do as big as sets as they're describing it to be.
yeah, that's the thing. It's just it's all about what are they gonna do with the space. I'm interested to see how it's gonna end up turning out, and I'm sure a whole bunch of people will end up recording it and putting it on YouTube. So I'm sure I'll end up watching it.
Unless
But
Netflix is like, no, you can't record during it. Well,
I'll
then
keep
like,
my eye
how do you
out.
enforce that? Because everyone's in their car.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, just keep your eye out on YouTube and then copyright strike anybody who posts it. I don't know.
That's another thing is no matter what, because I've seen it with fans in the community too, right? Everyone, as soon as they announce this, they're like, "Oh yeah, we're doing it right away." They put out some cool concept art, we're doing it right away, right? But did anyone actually sit to think, is this gonna be worth it? Is like, are we gonna think that this is worth value? Because I guarantee there's gonna be most people that go to that event that may not be good. It could, like I said, it could be a huge success with the big budget that you talked about, Michael, and everyone could be blown away by it. But if it's bad, then people are gonna be like, oh man, that wasn't worth my money. Oh, I wish I would have thought about it. Yeah, I'm waiting for more details to come out too. And if the event gets sold out, then the event gets sold out. I guess I'll just have to wait till next year if they do something like this. Um, but I want to know more details about it before I spend that money.
Yeah, we also need to think about what what's the current track record for large production companies making horror events?
That's what I'm saying.
WB making their own house.
Yeah,
How did that
and
turn
to be
out?
fair, it wasn't bad. It just wasn't it wasn't something that I'd spend tons of money on.
It wasn't good for the amount of budget they probably gave it.
Yeah, well, because it's the one in Hollywood Boulevard was free, but the one at Horror Made Here they try to make it more into a maze, and it wasn't. Like there was classic jump scares in there, but just there were some parts where I was just like, okay, like whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll just have to see how it turns out
Yeah,
as soon as we get more
no,
information
but you're
about
right
it.
though. A big company coming into a haunt just like randomly like this, like it's bound to not be as good as most of the other haunts. But I also feel like they do have the experience with Halloween Horror Nights. Um, I mean, they could steal some of the stuff from Horror Nights that like Horror Nights used and implemented. They're like, let's use that type of scare, let's use this type of effect. But then again, I don't know how closely Netflix worked with Murdy to create the maze, because if they work so closely with them, then why was Stranger Things 2 so bad?
There it is. What I was waiting for.
Exactly. Lost thoughts?
On the haunt,
Stranger Things. Yep.
okay, so the only thing I would like to see, so anyone that goes out there, I just want to see this. This is the only thing I want to see. Show me a picture of the Mind Flare, and if the Mind Flare looks nice, I think it's not worth your money still. But anyways, I don't know, man. I'm not okay. I'm not gonna say I'm not the biggest fan of Stranger Things. I enjoy Stranger Things, but I feel like the basic consumer isn't gonna enjoy this. They'll be like, okay, it's another haunted event. Let me go do it. Because when you think about like horror nights, right? It's not just Stranger Things out there. For example, last year, you also had like other properties like House of a Thousand Corpses, and then you had Killer Clowns from Outer Space to kind of give you flavor. This is one strict thing, and it's $80 for this one thing. Last year, you could have bought a day ticket to Horror Nights for about $90, and you had 10 different options.
I'm telling you right now, Stranger Things is getting oversaturated in the horror community. And it's not even really based off of horror. It's like Pennywise, you know? Like I always say, like it's oversaturated in the horror community now.
That's true.
But if Halloween Horror Nights was gonna do a It Maze, then fans would flock. The general public would flock to it because of how oversaturated it is in horror.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a fact. And that's what I mean by the community. They hear Stranger Things and they're like, yep, I'm going to spend this money on tickets because it's Stranger Things related and it's done by Netflix, so it has to be good, right? Oh, I don't know. That's just my thoughts on it. Man, this is going to be a long episode. Probably like nearly an hour, but I think we got a lot of good information out. So
we laughed, we cried.
Yeah. And we gave our constructive criticism.
We finally figured out that the little dollhouse in the attic is not the Maitland house.
After SoCalExploring's judge. Yeah, it's not the Maitland house, so guys, stop thinking it is. We're going to be coming back big with this 4-part series, and then after that, we're going to talk and plan other episodes for you guys to keep Horror Nights Unscripted rolling, because we are not dead, like I said on Twitter. Horror Nights Unscripted is going to go on, and we just needed a break, I feel like. Not from each other, but just we needed time to brainstorm.
So all I have to say is, after that 4-part series, you guys are going to get to see us all together.
That is true, because if I'm thinking about it, right, probably the last part will come out early October, and then after that, we'll probably take like a quick break again, and then it'll be when I go up there to Orlando.
Gang.
So, fair enough. I'm trying to think if we should release it on a weekly basis or we should release it like on a 3-day basis. Probably on a weekly basis. Keep people hooked.
Fun fact,
Keep you on your toes.
What's up, Losh?
I just realized I still have my work pants on.
Oh, nice. My name is Scott from SoCalExploring.
I'm Michael from Hallowed Thrills.
I'm Adrian from LoshTV.
And we've been Horror Nights Unscripted episode. What episode is it?
17?
Oh my god, I forgot.
Question mark? 17?
I know we're getting close to 20.
17?
I don't
19!
No way.
19!
The start of the 4-part series is going to be episode 20?
What?
There's no way.
It's
Bro.
almost like we totally didn't plan that out, because we really didn't.
No, we really
Oh my
didn't plan
God.
that out.
What are the odds?
Right here.
High five to us when doing it without even trying.
Wait, is it actually?
Yes, it is. Because the last episode we put out was the one about the map. Well, yeah, we're talking about the what would have been speculation map, which was episode 18.
No, Lost, you're wrong. Oh wait,
I'm
no,
wrong?
you're not wrong. Never mind, you're not wrong. Because I read episode 18 and I was like, no, Lost, you're wrong, because yeah, no, you're right. All right,
You're
so
wrong.
this is episode
18.
19, and the 4-part series is going to be episode 20. You guys are in for a banger. Subscribe with those bell notifications on all of our YouTube accounts, because you're not going to want to miss this. My name is Scott. Like I said, that's all Michael and Adrian too. We already said that, but yeah, stay tuned, everybody. Big things are coming your way from Horror Nights Unscripted. Stay spooky, everybody. Positivity is key.
Stay excellent, my dudes.
Keep exploring.
No,
Boom.
stay hollowed.
Hallowed.
Stay hollowed. And down on the haters. Dab, and peace out.
That was cringe.
Dab. 2013 gang. Oh, wait, that was earlier. I don't know. Anyways, yeah. Well, stay safe, everybody.